Hello, my name is Fawn Russell, and I am a Master's of Library Information Science student at San Jose State University. I'm taking a storytelling class, and this is my first presentation for that class this semester in 2015. The topic of my research this semester is going to be British fairy tales. When I was looking at the fairy tales, one that caught my eye was one I heard a lot as a child. My mother often told us the story of Jack and the Beanstalk before bed. As I read the story, I realized that my mother's version was a little bit different, but I still liked it. So this is me telling that version of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a widow, and she lived on a farm with her son Jack and their cow Milky White. Unfortunately, they had fallen on hard times, and there wasn't enough food to eat. So one day, the woman told her son Jack, "Jack, I need you to take the cow into town and sell her so that we can get some money for food." Of course, Jack was really upset. He had grown very fond of Milky White, and he loved the milk that she gave, and he just thought that there should be a different way of going about this. But his mother said, no, be an obedient boy and take the cow to town and sell her so that we have money for food. So Jack did what his mother told him. He took the cow by the lead and walked along. Going to town, he came upon an old man on the road that was hitchhiking. The old man stopped and said, "Excuse me, young lad, do you have any water? Because I'm really thirsty, and there hasn't been anyone along the road for a long time." Jack said, "Sorry, I can't stop. I've got to get to town before the meat market closes because we're selling our cow." "Well, why are you selling your cow? That's a great-looking cow. She looks like she produces a lot of milk." "I know, but my mom says that we need to sell her to get more food because right now all we have is milk." "Well, wait a minute. I'll tell you what, I would hate to see a beautiful cow like that go to waste. So I'm going to give you a special deal. In my pocket is something worth more than any money could ever give you." "Well, I don't know about that. My mother told me very specifically I need to go to town and sell the cow." "Oh, but what if she knew? She knew what was in my pocket." "In my pocket is a gateway to another world. Those just look like beans. But they're more than just beans. These are magic beans. If you plant these in the ground, a huge stalk will grow overnight and take you to a city in the clouds. And in that city, there's a huge castle, and in that castle is treasure. You should take the beans." "I don't know. My mom would get really upset. Do you swear that this works?" "Look, Jack, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the beans, and if they don't work, then you can meet me back here, and I'll give you back your cow. No harm, no foul." "That sounds like a good deal. Here you go. I'll see you, but I'm going to be back tomorrow." Yeah, no problem. I'll just be here with your cow. Don't worry." "See, bye, Jack. See you later." So Jack runs home, bursts through the door. Mom, you're not going to believe this." His mother goes, "Jack, I'm so glad to see you. Well, where's the money? Did you buy any food?" "No, Mom, I've got something better than food." Jack, what do you mean better than food? I'm really hungry, but look what I got." And he held out the 3 beans. "What is that? Those just look like some beans." "They are, Mom, but they're not just any beans. No, we can't eat just 3 beans. That would barely even fill you up." "Oh, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to be able to feed you." "But Mom, listen, these aren't just any beans. These are magic beans. If we take up Jack, grab the beans, you go to bed right now. You are grounded for not listening to your mother." "But Mom, please, not another word. I'm too upset right now to even talk to you." "Okay, Mom." Jack goes up to his room and lays down and falls asleep crying. His mother's so mad. "I can't believe he just traded our only cow for these 3 beans." And she throws him out the window. Later that night, Jack wakes up because he hears a rumbling. The house starts shaking. What? What's going on? He looks out the window and he sees, by the light of the moon, the stalk rising up and up and up and up as far as he can see up into the sky. Jack couldn't believe his eyes. He's like, I can't believe this. The old man was right. I'm gonna better go check this out. So he sneaks out his window, crawls down, and goes over to the beanstalk. Decides to climb. And he's climbing. He's climbing up the beanstalk until he gets all the way up to the clouds. And he looks out and all he sees are clouds for as far as you can see. Puts his foot out just a little bit to see if he can stand on, and he can. So he gets on the clouds and he's walking around checking things out when he sees in the distance a big giant castle. So Jack runs over to the castle and then he sneaks around the back. He finds a big giant kitchen door that's wide open. Peeks inside, and there he sees a huge kitchen with a large woman, and she's cooking over a stove. Knock, knock. Excuse me. Can you help me out? I seem to be lost. Who said that? Somebody here? Hello? Down here. You see, Jack was only this big compared to the giant. It's the little boy. What are you doing here? I'm lost. Can you help me find my way home? What? You shouldn't be here. How did you get here? You better get out of here before my husband gets home. You see, he eats little boys, especially children. Oh, no. Okay, where should I hide? Where can I go? I don't know what to do. I don't know, but you better think fast because he's due to be home any minute. Just then, Jack heard the loudest sound. That's my husband. Quick, hide, quick. She starts rushing around the kitchen to get his lunch ready. In walks the giant. Jack got away just in time, jumping into a big pile of potatoes in the corner of the kitchen. The giant looks around and starts to sniff. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Jack's all nervous and scared. Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't find me. Meanwhile, the wife is spooning out dinner. Oh, you're just smelling leftovers. We had kid last week and I reheated it for your lunch. Now you need to go wash up before it's all done. Okay. So the giant goes to the bathroom to wash up. Just Jack sees his chance to escape. So he climbs out of the potatoes. But he doesn't remember which way the kitchen door was. So he climbs over the potatoes and walks along the wall until he comes to a door, and he slides in and realizes he's in the giant's bedroom. And right there by the foot of the bed is a bag just large enough for him to grab, and coming out of it is gold coins. So Jack grabs the bag, puts it on his back, and runs out the door, hiding and dodging behind a broom, behind the table leg, just in time as the giant was starting to come back into the kitchen to eat his lunch. So Jack runs, and he's heading it straight for the beanstalk. He gets to the beanstalk, and he climbs down, and when he gets to the bottom, he runs into the house, he opens the door and says, "Mother, look! The beanstalk, it grew, and I went up to the top, and I found this castle, and in the castle I found this bag of gold." His mother is just astonished. "Oh, really? Is it real gold?" "Yeah, Mom, and it's ours." "Let's go back to town, and we can buy Milky White, and we can get some food." And his mom's like, "Oh no, that's a lot of money. We won't need to buy a cow. We won't need to garden or do anything anymore." let's just take it and we'll go get some food, some new clothes, shop around, and it'll be great. I'm just so excited. I can't believe you did this, Jack. Thank you. So Jack and his mom go to town, and they have a good time. And they come home, and they go fast asleep. In the morning, he wakes up, and his mom looks at him and says, Jack, is there any other treasure up there? Jack says, well, I didn't really get to look around. His mom says, Jack, why don't you climb back up the stalk and go back to that castle and see what else you can find, okay? Jack says, well, Mom, I think we have enough. We've got a huge bag of gold and all this food, and everything should be okay for a while. His mom says, but Jack, we could have even more. We could have servants. We could have a car, all the other things that everybody else has. So let's give it a try. Just at least go and see. What can it hurt? So Jack is convinced by his mother and says, all right. So he goes outside and he starts climbing the stalk. He goes up the beanstalk all the way to the clouds. And then he steps out onto the clouds and he walks over to the castle. And there he sneaks in through the kitchen and he sees the woman again. He says, excuse me, ma'am. The woman turns around. Oh, little boy, I thought you left. Well, I still can't find my way home. Can you tell me the way? I don't have time. My husband's going to be home. And he's really upset today because he's missing a bag of gold and he can't find it anywhere. You better get out of here. Okay, but I don't know which way to go. All of a sudden he hears, oh my goodness, that's my husband. Quick, run. Just go. You can't be here. So again, Jack jumps into the pile of potatoes. The woman is cooking dinner, and then the giant comes in. As he walks in, he smells. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Jack gets so scared. He's like, oh man, this guy's going to find me. I just know it. I better hurry up. So he starts to sneak out over by the kitchen door, and he remembers, wait a minute, I can't go back home. My mom wants me to bring something again. Maybe there's another bag of gold. The wife's talking to the giant. Honey, go wash up for dinner. You're just smelling leftovers again. I took another kid out of the freezer, defrosted it, made this great casserole. So why don't you go wash up, and I'll keep preparing dinner for you. So Jack sneaks into the bedroom of the giant, and in the corner he hears a sound. Wah! Wah! Jack looks around and he sees a big giant nest, and in the nest is this goose, and around the goose are golden eggs. Jack can't believe his luck. He goes, okay, I could grab one of these golden eggs. So he does. He grabs the golden egg, and he runs out the castle, and he runs over to the beanstalk, and he climbs down the beanstalk, and as he's climbing, he drops the egg, but he knows it's solid gold, so it should be okay. So he finishes climbing down, and there at the bottom is his mother. Oh, what is this, Jack? This is amazing. Is this a solid gold egg? Yeah, Mom, there's this big goose that lays them. Well, why didn't you bring the goose? Get back up there and go get the goose. Mom, I almost got caught. You see, there's this big giant. I don't care. We need that goose. You know how wealthy we would be if we had it? Okay, Mom, whatever you say. So Jack goes back up the beanstalk. He runs to the castle. Just as he gets there, the giant is finishing his dinner. Oh, I'm so full. I think I'll go take a nap. Is that okay? Do we have plans this evening? The giant's wife says, no, honey, go take a nap. I'll wake you up in another hour, and maybe we'll start another fire. So the giant gets up, goes and lays down in his bed, and goes to sleep. The wife goes and is doing the dishes. She's washing, not even paying attention as Jack comes into the kitchen, sneaks past her into the bedroom. There in the corner is the goose sleeping. He sneaks up to the nest and wakens the goose. Jack grabs the beak of the goose and she's trying to get it to be quiet. And he's got the goose. He grabs it under his arm and he starts to run out and trips. And the goose lets out this huge squawk. Wah! Just then the giant wakes up. Huh? Where's my goose? I smell the blood of an Englishman. Just then he sees Jack by the door with his goose. It's you. He gets out of bed and Jack's so scared, but he's like, I gotta run. So he just starts running. He runs all the way over to the beanstalk and the giant's running behind him and catching up. Just then Jack goes down the beanstalk. He's going down and he lets go of the goose. The goose floats down to the bottom and he gets to the bottom and he sees the giant climbing down the beanstalk after him. Mother, mother, mother! His mom comes running out of the house. Get an axe! Quick, that giant! He's chasing me now. Oh my gosh, Jack, are you okay? Get the axe! So his mom brings over the axe, hands it to Jack. Jack grabs the axe and he's chopping on the beanstalk. And he's hurrying. He's going as fast as he can. Just then, the beanstalk falls down. The giant goes splat. And Jack had his goose and his golden eggs and his mother. And he lived happily ever after he bought back their cow. The end.